This is Steven Goldstein, my partner of 17 years.
This is Daniel Gross, my partner of 17 years.
We are the first same-sex couple to be featured in the New York Times wedding announcements in September of 2002.
I jumped up and down on the bed, so excited.
The story was that the New York Times changed the policy, and we had this incredible honor of being the first.
And it was a very big deal in 2002 to be the first same-sex couple in the paper. And the few people we told said someday this will be nothing. And indeed, it's no big deal today in 2009. And that's the way it should be, no big deal. Daniel and I met through his personal ad in a Washington newspaper. And it says, "Nice Jewish boy. He had me at Shalom."
For many people, this is the first time they were confronted with two men being married in their living room or on their breakfast room table.
Hoping to find a gentle friend under 30. I'm not so gentle. I don't know how you came.
Nor were you under 30.
The notion that we might be able to fully marry, which we're so close to in New Jersey, which couples in 5 other states can do, it seems so far-fetched, so we were just happy to have this thing called civil union. Wow, Vermont is letting us legally unite.
Having a wedding that looked so much like everyone else's in front of distant cousins and uncles who now say, "Oh, I get it, you're married."
Most guests had a great time, except my parents. My parents were embracing until the actual wedding happened. At the after party on Sunday night, my mother broke down in tears, not of happiness, but of embarrassment. When couples make vows to stay with each other through thick and thin, or whatever variation thereof, do they really know that that really means working things out?
Talk about things that are uncomfortable. Ask questions when you might not want to hear the answer.
You do things sometimes for your partner out of love. We went skiing.
I went to Barry Manilow. We have a civil union, which on paper should afford us all the rights and benefits of marriage within the state, but it's being denied in the state. There are all of these examples. So a couple weeks ago, I had emergency same-day surgery. Nothing life-threatening. I needed to have my tonsils removed. I had a bad throat infection. And what did we do? We went home, not so I could freak out and plan and call anyone, so I could get a copy of my healthcare proxy, my power of attorney. I don't know that some medical practitioner won't try to find my parents to make a decision when Steven's right there because he's not regarded as my spouse. And that just feels so incredibly unfair. All of this part is just art,
yes.
And this is actually a contract between the two of us that conveys our obligations to one another in both English and Hebrew. And this says, Mazal Tov, congratulations.
May we therefore live each day as the first, the last, the only day we will have for each other. In bumpy times in our relationship, because every relationship has such times, I do absolutely think to the vows.
We promise to be accepting of one another while treasuring each other's individuality.
Yeah, if you could live that in a relationship, that's huge. That's really huge.
I know the way his mind works. And there's something really calming and comforting having a companion in life who understands you in that way.
The first few years was different than that in the middle, different than that now. Relationships completely evolve. So the moral of the story is it's okay to do things without your partner once in a while. If you're a Barry Manilow fan, you don't have to drag your partner if he hates Barry Manilow's guts. You know, at our wedding, somebody sang Mandy in Yiddish.
Crying in the night, the night goes